Have you ever wondered why some people with little formal education build financial empires, while others with advanced degrees and high IQs struggle with debt? The secret isn't knowledge. It's not about luck either. It's psychology. As it turns out, money isn't just about numbers, spreadsheets, and complex formulas. It's about behavior. And our behavior is often driven by powerful forces, like emotions, ego, and fear. In school, we're taught that money follows logic. Spend less than you earn, invest early, and let your returns compound. It sounds simple, right? But here's the truth. Money isn't logical. It's deeply emotional. Author Morgan Housel puts it perfectly. Doing well with money has little to do with how smart you are, and a lot to do with how you behave. We all imagine ourselves as calm, rational investors. Right up until the market crashes, we all genuinely believe we'll save for the future, until that shiny new gadget drops. Our brains are hardwired for immediate survival, not for long-term financial optimization. That's why we instinctively chase quick rewards and fear losses far more than we value potential gains. Let's look at the story of two men. First, there's Ronald Reed, a humble janitor from Vermont. He lived a simple, unassuming life, never showing off his wealth, and quietly invested his modest savings in blue-chip companies for decades. When he passed away in 2014, he left behind an estate worth over $8 million. Then there's Richard Fosconi, a Harvard-educated banker who was once featured in Forbes. He lived a life of extreme luxury, owned multiple mansions, and borrowed heavily to fund his lavish lifestyle. When the 2008 financial crisis hit, he went bankrupt. Two men, two completely opposite worlds. One was humble, patient, and consistent. The other was brilliant, but overconfident and driven by ego. Ronald's secret. He understood that when it comes to money, behavior always beats intelligence. We often chase money for status, a bigger car, a fancier watch, a lifestyle that screams I'm rich. But what we truly crave isn't the luxury itself. It's the freedom that comes with financial stability. The freedom to wake up when you want, to say no to things without fear of consequences, to do work that you actually love. As Morgan Housel says, the highest form of wealth is the ability to wake up every morning and say, I can do whatever I want today. We mistakenly confuse money with happiness, but money is just a tool. What truly matters is what that tool allows you to escape from the stress, the obligations, the feeling of being trapped. It's a simple word, but one that most people never truly understand. No matter how much we have, our society tells us to want more. More success, more fame, more followers. But every more comes with a hidden cost: more stress, more comparison, and eventually, burnout. Even the legendary investor Warren Buffett has said, if you risk what you have, a need for what you don't have and don't need, it's foolish. The real art of wealth is knowing when to stop moving the goalposts. Because the moment you define what enough means for you, you unlock a level of peace that more money can't buy. We love to believe our success is a direct result of our own hard work. But the truth is, luck and risk play a much larger role in our lives than we'd like to admit. Bill Gates became Bill Gates partly because his high school was one of the very few in the entire world with a computer back in the 1970s. That's a huge stroke of luck. On the flip side, thousands of equally smart and ambitious people never got that same chance. That's risk. The lesson here is profound. Be humble when you succeed and be forgiving of yourself and others in failure. Because the final outcome of our efforts is never fully within our control. The incredible power of compounding doesn't just apply to money. It applies to our habits, our relationships, and our patience. Think about this. Warren Buffett earned over 90% of his immense wealth after the age of 65. It wasn't because he had the absolute highest annual returns, but because he stayed invested in the game longer than almost anyone else. Compounding rewards, consistency, not short-term brilliance. So, instead of chasing quick, risky gains, focus on playing long-term games with long-term people. The slow, steady path is almost always the most reliable one. The truly rich aren't the ones you see flaunting their wealth on social media. They're the ones you don't even notice the person driving an old, reliable car, living quietly, but completely in control of their time and their life. That's because true wealth isn't what you see. It's what you don't see. It's the peace of mind that comes from being debt-free. It's the unspent money in a savings account. It's the freedom to spend time with loved ones without financial worry. The ultimate goal isn't to look rich. It's to be free. At the end of the day, money is just a mirror. It reflects who we truly are, our fears, our deepest desires, and our core priorities. Morgan Housel reminds us that wealth is what you don't see. It's the cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the first-class upgrades forgone. So maybe it's time we stop chasing more and instead focus on mastering ourselves. Because the psychology of money is really just the psychology of you. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you a new perspective on wealth, please consider liking it and subscribing for more content that helps you build a richer life. See you in the next one.